In Omaha in rerun again on Wednesday night. Here is the Married Couple Podcast with Sam I am and I am Dave.
It's not a rerun.
And
No.
here we go again. No original script writing here. Writers are still on strike. I can see why. If we're not getting paid, I'm sure they're definitely not making nothing on the deal either.
Pretty sure podcasts are fair
Jump
game.
right into this.
Sometimes I wish some people would just stick to the original script.
That's my favorite.
Let me take my pants off.
I used to like the taste of breast milk when I was a
This
child.
one it gives me the icks.
Men who go to bed with the itchy bum wake up with the smelly finger.
That's good advice.
The option.
That's good advice.
Oh, you're right.
Take yourself out.
That's the choice I was making. Oh, that's the
Oh, I
line.
think that's a line. Hey guys, welcome to another exciting episode of How Was Your Day? It's me. I am Dave. Of course, my beautiful, lovely wife,
Sam, I am.
and we are the Married Couple Podcast, bringing you episode number. Did you switch it, babe?
I did 105.
Episode 105 of How Was Your Day?
Yes.
Yeah, exciting episode. This is the Back from Vacation 2023 edition because we just got back from vacation.
We did.
And yeah, so we're going to talk all about that. We're going to bore you with our vacation pictures. I hate that
I've got
when,
a few.
when people are like, oh my God, check out this picture. Sit down and look at these slides.
Well, that's dating you.
That is. Yep. We took a trip to Minnesota. And we're going to show you the slides that we and some of the photos that we took up in
Don't you know?
Minnesota. And so anyway, if you want to come into the show and talk like this, oh, sorry, I can't help it. I talk like this now.
I go in and out of no, I have customers at work are like, are you from Minnesota? And I'm like, no.
No.
How about Wisconsin? I'm like, no.
All right.
See, that's because we say no.
No.
They said no because you ordered them.
I did. I
You
ordered
ordered
them.
them.
Oh, shoot. Anyway, you guys, if you want to leave us a voice message to be played on the show, go to our Instagram. That's the Married Couple Podcast on Instagram, underscores in between each word. That's where we are on YouTube, also the Married Couple Podcast, underscores in between the words, and Facebook as well.
Yeah.
So wherever you're joining us from, or if you're joining us later, thank you very much. But if you want to join the live show, come on in, and we're happy to have you on the live show.
Yeah, and I know we're not reading every message, but I'm going to read these couple because they just came in right
Okay.
away. Sassy Firecracker says, "Hello guys, sorry we haven't been
Aw.
on listening lately. Miss you guys so much. We miss you too. Can't wait
That's
to see
right.
you on Saturday."
We've been gone a couple weeks. Well, we were back last week.
We were, but then we had that
we
long
did the
drawn
draft.
out draft episode.
Yeah, I thank you guys for the ones of you who stayed for the beginning of it, and then after that there was other people. And your sister says
Hey sister.
at least she was speaking English. She didn't do it like my sister does.
Also,
Holla.
May said all alone on Facebook, can't get it on YouTube. Well, thank you for listening anyway.
why-
We love it.
We gave you the beginning, May. I hope you listened.
Yes.
We gave you the beginning
we're there.
instead of Chris Kosach. We put
Yeah.
May in and took out Chris Kosach.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Anyway, sweetheart,
Yes, my love.
how was your day, babe?
Day has actually been pretty good. As we all know, oh shoot,
What?
sorry, Sassy won't be there on Saturday. She'll be out of town.
Oh.
Well, darn it.
Son of a
Ah,
That
son of a
stinks.
biscuit-eating bulldog.
I didn't know that. I had, and I'm sorry.
New idea.
That she wouldn't be there. I'm sorry, I had it turned down. Go.
Oh, okay.
Day.
Day. there we are. Jesus Christ.
You know how this show goes, right? I mean,
I-
I explained to everybody else how the show goes. We tell them about our day, and they
Mhm.
tell us about
Mhm.
theirs. All right, go.
Yeah, so I think I remember this morning texting you going, not sure I
Yeah.
want to do the show tonight. Let's maybe postpone it. And you're like, and then
I didn't answer you,
you
for a while.
didn't know. And I was like, I know what he's doing. He's going to let me go replay everything in my brain. And
Right.
before I even got into work, so I texted that as I got to kind of the gym. I got to the gym.
And you're like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do a show. Let's just put it off a week.
And then as I get done with my workout, and I'll go back into that story in a moment, I'm like, well, I guess we maybe could do one. I don't know. And then he goes, whatever, let me think about it. I'm like, okay, midday, about noon. I'm like, fine, we'll do a show. I've already been looking up news stories because I already had talked myself into it. I don't know what the deal was this morning. I didn't sleep. Well, I slept okay, but it was just one of those mornings. I don't know, didn't feel it. But day has been great. The last week has been great. We'll go with today and then we'll kind of work our way back. So I've been working out week 6, day 2, because Monday we were on vacation driving all day. I've decided instead of running or walking on a treadmill, I've decided I'm going to walk outside, walk outside, because I've got to get ready for the race. The treadmill it hurts my legs. It hurts my hips. I walk and run way better outside than I do in. I hate a fucking treadmill.
Also, if you fall on the treadmill, it shoots you back. And where if you just fall outside, you just fall outside.
I've done that a couple times.
I know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So the first day or yesterday, I pull up into the gym. I walk in with everything, have them scan me, put my shit in the locker, and walk back out and go for an hour-long run or walk run.
There you go.
And then I thought, well, that was fucking dumb. I should have just left my shit in my car, grabbed it when I came in, then had him scan me, and then take a shower. So, and then I thought, so the area around the gym is pretty, I don't know, there's a lot of businesses. And I actually walked yesterday up like the main thoroughfare. And I'm like, this is not really what I want to do. There's a lot of cars. It's really, I mean, I had to cross this busy street to get to the actual sidewalk to actually have a good walk. And so I'm like, I'm going to find a park with a trail near here that I can, go park, do a workout for an hour, drive really quick to the gym, take a shower, get to work on time. I'll be great. Well, this morning, I'd found one through Google in a neighborhood about 3-minute drive away from the gym. I thought, this is going to be perfect. So this morning I drive there. I've got my Google Maps on, directing me, because I'm not very familiar with Bellevue very much, especially like the neighborhoods and stuff. And I drive by it, and it's the park, and I'm like, and it's not telling me it's there. It's telling me to go up and around. But I see it. I'm like, I think this is the one I was looking for. But it's all dark, and they open at 6. It's all dark. There is a trail, but it looks like, I don't know. It looked a little sus. I don't have a headlamp. I don't have anything. I have nothing for protection. There's nowhere to park my fucking car. So I'm driving around this neighborhood. So it takes me this way, and all I see is houses. I'm like, there's no fucking park here. There's the one over here. And then I'm driving around. I'm like, there's no way. So thank goodness I left early today. So
you never found a park?
I found it, but again, it was not the right one for me.
Oh, gotcha.
So I drove and I kind of got lost in the neighborhood just for a second, but it's okay. Again, I was early, so it worked out. Yeah. So I drive back to the gym and park, leave everything there, just grab my one earbud so I can hear in case, because I am running, along traffic. It's still halfway dark out. I want to hear if somebody's coming up behind me. And I cross and I go into the neighborhood. There's a high school like across the way. And I go into that neighborhood and had a wonderful walk. So that's what I'm going to do from now on.
Okay. And you know where it is now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right.
It was a mess.
And you're going to buy pepper spray to take.
I probably should.
That's probably a good idea.
Especially as we go through into the winter months, where I still will be trying to walk outside. It's going to be dark for most of it. I probably need a headlamp or something reflective. I know it is what it is.
I am an Amazon vest you can borrow.
He does.
He does.
We've got extra vests.
Yes.
I'm getting notifications that we're getting messages, but I'm not actually seeing any on where I play them from. So if we're getting voice messages, hopefully they show up here shortly. Otherwise, I'll switch it up. But anyway,
But yeah, other than that, today was great. We normally have a meeting on Wednesday mornings. That's why I go in a little later, and we didn't. So that threw the whole day off. I get a call from Alex earlier today though, and she goes, it was about noon, and she goes, "Mom," I was like, "What, buddy?" She goes, the weather quality is pretty bad. I'm like,
okay.
yeah, it's pretty hazy outside. I get
noticed
it.
that. What's that from?
The wildfires in Canada.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
They didn't
I
put
was
those
bad
out
today.
yet?
I guess not.
they've been going for like 4 months.
Yeah.
It
was
did you
really
just
bad
say
today.
yeah, and then I said all right.
Yeah.
It's because we were talking about Canada.
Uh-huh.
It's right up north there, right
Mhm.
up north of where we just were.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any rate,
I can't do it.
so I get a call and she goes,
Hazy.
it's weather quality is pretty bad. I
Yep.
said, okay, and she goes, well, my next class we have to like walk around outside for about 45 minutes and for the class. I don't know which one it was. I didn't even ask. And I said, and your point? And she goes, well, I don't know, with my asthma and all, I'm just not. I said, sweetheart, have you been walking to class all day? And she goes, well, yeah. I said, you're fine. And she goes, so I shouldn't skip it? I said, don't fucking skip the class. We're paying for this shit. You don't get to not go.
She's like, yeah, it's
the air
hazy
quality.
out.
I
might
mean, however,
cough.
she had been she goes, but that's only like 10 minutes to each class. I'm like, how many times have you done that now? You know what I mean? And so, she goes, so I can't not go? I said, no.
No, yeah.
And then as I hung up the phone, she was mad at me for saying no. I thought to myself, she's in college, for fuck's sakes. If it was me, I would have fucking just not called my mom and not gone.
Yeah.
I did that. I mean,
Okay, but
it was pretty cute.
yeah, I guess. Yeah, but that's not a reason not to go. I still sound like I'm on vacation. I'm not even doing that on purpose now. I'm not going, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not. Anyway, we do have a
I
voice
didn't
message
notice.
which we'll play
I
shortly.
totally didn't notice.
I am Dave's brother, says Echo, hi.
Are we echoing?
That's
I
what-
saw that and I was
I
like,
didn't know if that meant we're echoing or
Or
if he was just
if
saying
we said hi.
hi twice.
Oh, I thought he was
Or
referring to me last night.
if you
heard some echoes
were
last night.
echoing quite a bit last night. You've had how was your time while we were on vacation? Did you have a good time?
It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you had the run of the house and all the dogs to yourself.
You guys walk
They
around
suck.
naked all the time?
No,
Oh.
because Dave has too many cameras and the dogs suck.
I probably didn't have the cameras on this time.
We didn't.
But it was amazing.
So,
Didn't
well,
care.
good. Good. We'll talk about our trip in a little bit. We are literally going to show you some pictures. Sorry, some of them are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But was there more to your day, babe? Or
No,
you
I
wanna
mean,
go through-
other than that, I'm in a peer mentoring group, and I'm the actual mentor. It went really well. I spoke a little fast in the beginning, but I speak fast anyway. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But I think it went really well. I'm really excited for it. And I don't know. After our vacation, I feel a bit reset. I'm in a 17-week accountability for weight loss type of group.
Right.
And so I've meal prepped. I'm working out. Trying to lose weight. So keep following us and see the progress, I guess.
Yeah.
But other than that, how was your day, my love?
It was good, and we always go back a week. And I know you're going to have some to talk about this because you didn't just do it. And thank you, because I would have had nothing to talk about.
I know
I appreciate it. It starts last week.
it does.
We did that football draft thing, which I think was fun,
Yes.
and I really
Thank
enjoyed
you all
having
for listening. Thank
having
you, AC, for
AC
joining
and
in,
Dan Rod on
yeah.
that show, because they're the professionals. Let's be real, and you could tell just by listening to the show. But anybody who did stick around for that, thank you very much. Also, look for NFL HQ. I gotta say that.
Yeah.
We're gonna potentially have some more shows coming out. Hopefully, maybe on Tuesday evenings after each week. But we do have, the NFL season starts tomorrow, I believe. So, very excited about that. But backing up to us leaving the next morning, we got up super early because we had to go to. We had to go see Prince's house.
Yes,
which is it was pretty cool. So that's where it started. We had a I don't know 5.5 hour drive to go up to Paisley Park.
Oh my gosh.
We took plenty of pictures up there. Do you have some you want to show now, or you want to?
Sure, I can do that.
Okay. And then we've got some other written messages coming through and some other things.
Yeah. So let me just share this real quick.
So that's where it started. It wasn't what I expected when I went there. Elvis's home wasn't what I expected last year when we went.
No.
Because we did go to Graceland last year.
Yes.
And I guess we're going to have to do this everything. It was a lot bigger and squarer than I thought it would be.
So here is R2.
Yeah, R2D2.
In front
he went
of
with us.
Paisley Park.
There's a reason he went with us. I'll get to that later. But
Yes.
we took pictures of him everywhere.
We did. But this was amazing. Yeah.
It was.
Gotta say.
They took our phones, so we didn't get a lot of pictures from
No.
the inside of it, but you could actually it felt like you could just feel the presence.
I've got one more of that I have on my phone from there. And this is I took this picture because I thought it was so great. You can explain it, my love.
This is a case that the roadies, as they would bring in all the equipment, this is how they would get Prince past the crowds. He has a little seat in there,
Yep,
and it's
little
basically a
hashtag.
box where they'd have guitars or amps or whatever, and he just gets in one of them. He's got a little seat and a little window and air, I assume, an air hole. I don't
Obviously,
know.
if there's a window, I'm sure.
I
they
didn't know
have-
if there's glass in it. I didn't look
Looks
that
like
hard.
there's a little light in there too.
But yeah, and they used to sneak him past the crowds.
I
in
thought that was great.
This box, yeah, it's
Yes.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
The that part of the trip was amazing. So we went there.
Yes.
We did leave there. I won't, unless you have something you want to ask or be jealous about, Nunya.
No,
Was that
I'm jealous about the whole thing. That's it.
I mean,
You already know.
we got to say, entering that studio for me was the best part of Paisley Park. Don't you think?
It absolutely. Well, there was a lot of cool,
There
really
was-
cool things about it.
Okay.
But it was definitely different than going to see Elvis's
Yeah.
Graceland. I mean, it was. I both of them were amazing. Last year's and seeing Graceland last year, but this one I have more. I got more of a feeling of being in when they started playing the music and they had the microphone, the empty microphone up on stage, and it was like he was there. It just felt to me like he was there singing.
The whole
Obviously,
time.
wasn't because he's dead now. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
His presence was definitely there.
Wish I would have seen it.
Yeah.
I was
It was good.
in a hotel lobby masturbating with a magazine. Never got a chance to go on the tour.
Yes. Also, great Prince song.
Thank you.
Your favorite, I think. Anyway, go ahead.
I have to say, as I am a huge Elvis fan, but going to Paisley Park, I think I was more moved going to Paisley Park than I was to Graceland. And I loved Graceland. Don't get me wrong. But I felt more of, and I know Graceland was like Elvis's like Mecca. I mean, he built his fortress there, right? He wanted everybody there.
Mhm.
But Paisley Park was Prince's dream, and having other performers perform, them
was a
owning the rights
playground.
to their own
It was a-
music.
It was
I
a
mean,
playground.
it was just so amazing.
It was. From there, we left, and we've got a couple messages from this guy. So let me just give him his new opening.
But you are not a Jedi yet.
It's Zanzia leaving a message.
Hey.
Hold on, here he is.
Good evening, Sam and Dave. My weekend, it was very rough, very hot, very nasty, very sweaty, long hours. But I'm telling you, I got to meet Sam and Dave, don't you know? They came up to Minnesota and we sat around and had some casserole and, some apple pie and
I thought I
everything like
was,
that. And on top of it, too, is we got to listen to some live music.
Hot-ish.
And we got to sit there and have some pomegranate punches. Yes, indeedy. And we sit
That
back
we
and we
had
had a
plenty of.
good time. The problem is that Maida Poet couldn't be there, and I think she was a little mad about that. But we had a toast to her and thought about her in our thoughts. Yes, we did indeed. And we even, thought about everybody on stereo and everything like that. And we even told a bunch of people, to, go ahead and go crazy, those wild crazy fuckers. A couple of seabirds, But anyway, it was a good week.
as
That-
I'm scrolling through the pictures.
That
of
we did. We
Zanzia.
got to meet Zanzia. That was cool as
Oh,
could be.
shoot, sorry.
What? Oh, that's our cabin.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's another message from him.
Oh, and just to let you guys know, Sam and Dave have met me. The stuff that comes out of my mouth, it's not scripted. It's not foreplayed. It's not thought out. It's not written. Dave doesn't pay me for this stuff. Sam doesn't pay me for this stuff. Nothing.
No, we know.
It's live and off the cuff. So, yes, indeed. So as Dave, and just to let you know, Dave, if your brother and your family ever give either you or Sam up, don't worry, my family will gladly take you in.
Aw,
I'm just
that's
saying.
So sweet. Anyway, it was fun.
It
We
was
met
so
Zanzia and
much
hung out.
fun.
We went up to the town he's in, which is outside of Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And had a hotel there, and so we went and met him for drinks and had a couple hours of drinking too much. And I mean, we had to drive the next day. It wasn't terrible.
No.
We got home fine, or not home, but you know what I mean.
He
And back.
made sure we did. I thought
Of
that was
course.
really stand-up-ish of him. That's not even a word.
Yeah, it is.
Words are stinking hard.
It
Stand-up-ish.
is on here. Here is May the Poet.
Okay, so this is the 6th. The next week is the 13th. And that's Xanzia's lucky number 13. So we could probably talk about it on that kind of day because that would probably be a little bit more closer to then. Shut up. I didn't even get that situation rectified yet. And you're telling me to shut up? Yeah, shut up. But what did I do? I told you we don't need to bring this up, okay? It's their show, their policy. My life is not front and center, and we don't need it front and center. But what if people want to, like, say, you know, send messages or wish you well or want to get you a, I don't know. Fine. I just give up. I just thought it would be nice if the audience had a chance to, like, you know, celebrate a little bit, you know? That's enough of discussion on this subject, okay? Fine. Okay, so I'll bring it up on the 13th.
All right. She'll,
I know what she was saying.
She'll bring that up on the 13th. Stand up ish is a word. I see that
Mhm.
now.
He also said
Yeah.
this. Dave, sure gave me a sign. Take the Vikings as home underdogs. Thanks.
Dude, well played.
um,
Nice. He made a Prince joke. Yes. Did you have something else you wanted to add from the writtens?
I was just putting up Cameron, Zanzia's friend, had put up a message. I'm just putting them up here right now. He finished, well, yes, I'm reading it now. Finally bottled my brew, an extra dry Irish stout. We'll continue to add commentary on process.
All right. Well, there you go.
And then said good for me because I've been working out and stuff. So
Nice. And AC, thank you. I will take that Minnesota advice under advisement. Right, exactly. But probably not. One more from May. Here she is.
Okay, Xanzia, you just like really basically just pissed me off royally right now. First of all, I wasn't upset about the meet and greet with Sam and Dave last week in Minnesota, okay? I was upset that I had fucking people drop in at my house that were uncomfortable in my space, didn't stay.
We should maybe we'll get to the rest of that one later and let Zanzia
that was very
hear that one
aggressive
later. Because I don't.
But I know.
I'm not sure it ends with a. It probably doesn't. Maybe it does, but I should have waited till the end. It might have been a joke, and I could have done that at the end, but it didn't sound like it was going to be.
No, it sounded more like a "How you doing?"
It sounds like she needs to call Xanzia.
Yeah.
But Zanzia did leave another message. Let's see if he did anything else to piss her off. Hold on. Here's Zanzia.
Oh, and the other thing is that they very kindly gave me a lightsaber.
Yeah, we did.
True bonds have never been made.
And apparently you're using it in church. Here, and May, let me explain a little bit. Let me explain a little bit about what Zanzia meant. I think all he meant was that you were sad that you could not join us. And I think you could admit that that much is true. He didn't mean anything bad by it. And I think he wanted to also point out that we thought about you and we had a toast to you and we talked about you and that he wished that
and
you
not
were
in a
there.
bad way.
And not in a bad way at all. And that
In
he
a
wished
good
you were
way.
there. So I think that's all he meant. I'm sure that in the back channel, you guys could figure it out because I don't need to hear any more of it.
That much is true.
Oh, I don't.
that much is
That is Jay Nunya on the True. Here's Zandy one more time.
Oh, and Dave, next time we do karaoke, I unfortunately we didn't get a chance to, but I definitely want to do Thunder Buddies opening theme song with you karaoke and stuff, and then play it on the show.
Shit.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, that would be an idea. And then the aforementioned Cameron left us a message as well.
All
Here's Cameron.
right.
Checking. Oh, it works. Well, this is Cameron. I just
Cameron.
wanted to let you both know that you are equally nerdy as our dear friend Zanzia is. So I kind of figured that the three of you would get on like a horn church, like a house on fire. I think that's kind of appropriate.
Yeah, it's nice to see they have the
Now
same
you
little
sweat like a horn church.
same little buzzer that Zanzia normally has. I'm wondering who controls that. And also
May.
That's what I was. She probably does.
That's
That'd be awesome.
She's got the master board.
And I thought at the beginning that I could hear the church bells, and then it ended up being a train. So
Yeah.
so let's turn this train wreck a different direction. Now what?
Well, I might have a news story.
Let's do that, and then we'll jump back into whatever else happens next. We'll go from there.
Here's
All
why.
right, hit it. Oh gosh, go
You
on.
just made a comment about the buzzing in the background.
Okay.
So a hacker used ransomware to lock victims into their IoT chastity belt. So this is a men's chastity belt, and so users can Bluetooth control these chastity belts.
No.
And these were
Yeah.
targets of attack with malware last year after security researchers found a vulnerability in the toy that allowed locking it remotely. So
From who? Who would lock one? Like
it was supposed to be like a
ex-wives?
ransomware type of a thing where we'll unlock it if you pay us 270.
Oh,
They wanted
wow.
0.02 Bitcoin. And it's funny, I'm not even reading it right now. They wanted, I read this today and I just remember they wanted 0.02 Bitcoin at the time, and it was like $270. And so something leaked, and you could get every fucking code. And the hacker they were mocking the victims. This is not
Wow.
it's
No,
very
it's very funny. I did not even know this existed.
So
Most of this story I had no clue. Go.
So soon after the attack started, a flood of complaints came from the victim users reporting that they could no longer control their smart adult toy. And some of them fell victim to the attacker multiple times. Because, if it malfunctions once, I'm going to put it back on again.
Yes. No
Hold
stop.
on.
No stop. No
So-
stop.
Screenshots from screenshots, the attacker engaged victims. Sorry, words are fucking hard.
Yes, they are.
Attacker engaged victims after locking their chastity devices that they controlled. The attacker also mocked victims when they asked what had happened, saying they used magic to take control of their smart adult toy.
Hold on.
Some users were concerned that the only way to remove the device was by cutting it off, since there was no manual override. Who wouldn't put a manual override on something that goes around your dink? I'm just saying.
Does it go completely around the ding?
It's
I
a
don't know how they
chastity
work.
belt.
I understand what that is, but it goes. I mean,
Yes, it's locking your dink so you can't use it.
Gotcha.
That's what a
Yeah,
chastity
but guess
belt
what? There's one
get it.
really mean hacker who's only charging $270 this week only.
Hang on.
is. So they
Come on,
were,
the whole thing's a
they
fucking.
they were afraid that by cutting it off it could be a bad thing, because you'd have to use an angle grinder and it's around a sensitive area. Luckily,
Gotcha.
some emergency escape possibilities were available. One of them was to contact remote support to ask them to unlock and reset it.
Oh.
The other involved only a screwdriver to unlock the device manually, but they actually posted a video showing how to do it. But the latter came with voiding the warranty on the product, so I assume most of them went
Called
with
sport.
the
And went.
the former.
Somebody stuck me in this thing.
Yeah.
How would you like to be the guy in India in the support call for another dude? Hello, my name is Toby. How are you today?
My dick stuck in my chest.
Oh, hello, Michael. Your dick stuck again, huh? Yeah, $207 sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. I appreciate your customer service. Like, you can't. The whole story is just fucking foul. The whole thing is foul.
So it is unclear if so nobody paid any ransom. Thank
Good.
goodness.
Okay.
No,
but it is unclear if it was because the victims unlocked the devices themselves through the support, or if the attacker was like, "Nah, I was just fucking with you."
No, because the attacker fucking
He
got
wasn't
his jollies.
asking for
Hold on.
much.
No, he got his jollies. So
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, this was so fun for an hour. I'm done."
Did
now."
he only have the ability to lock the thing, or did he also have the ability to go? Zzz, zzz,
I don't think it
That's
did
what
that.
Because-
but maybe.
because
Don't say but maybe.
Just
Just don't say but maybe.
So what I'm thinking is, since it's a chassis belt, it's a deprivation thing, and that's how they get off. I don't think it had a buzz, but the company has addressed the issues causing all the trouble, and so the latest version of the app should be safe to use. Wink, wink.
Should be.
should be.
Yeah.
So it's just something preventing you from doing it. That doesn't sound fun at all. Why would you put that around your dink?
It's probably a BDSM thing
Okay.
where it's deprivation. Like you
It'd be
can't
better
come down.
if like the people on the other end, like
no soup for
people
you,
with
no
their-
come for you.
their OnlyFans or whatever, and the guy had to go to work in the thing, and
Yes.
then some guys like,
They
"Eh,"
probably did. I mean,
and then but if he could actually make something happen, and then he'd do it, and then
Yeah. Attaboy.
and then it'd be sit for another 15 minutes, and then you push the button, and then it just can't stop. You'd have to end up going home.
As far as
Bidet.
customer service is concerned, I apologize for one more time. The product is not designed to go one
oh, wait,
more
first we'll do
time.
this one. So Sandy, AC said, make sure, or everyone, make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for that.
Please.
And then Midnight Media said, or AC said, locking your dink. I did say that.
You did say
Yeah.
that.
So
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
when I guess with the buzzing sound, I felt like that was apropos for the conversation.
That was a perfect
I was like, hold on, I
timing
got
for
one.
that. That was very perfect.
I've got
timing
some
for
great
that.
ones.
But 200 and what?
$70. It was
Oh.
0.02 Bitcoin.
So funny. I
Point
hold
of
you in
Bitcoin.
ransom for
$270.
Come on.
You just
bro.
said Dr. Evil right here next to us. $1 million.
Not
All
even
right.
that.
That
270.
sounds like the
I mean,
price is wrong on
honestly,
that one. I don't,
It sounds
If
like
somebody's dink is caught in something, you'd think they'd pay a lot more than $270 goddamn dollars.
Yeah.
In Bitcoin.
But I
Bitcoin.
prefer it in Bitcoin. Thank you very much.
All right. Hey, I
Or
was
fuck you
goofing
very
around.
much.
I was goofing around on the internet today, and I found some stupid songs. There's a guy that has a YouTube channel. It's called There I Ruined It. And
These are great.
He takes songs and he makes other people sing songs. For example, what if Johnny Cash were still around and were to sing Barbie Girl, for example? So here's a little example of it, because, and you can look this guy up on YouTube. It's There I Ruined It. He's got a bunch, but
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere.
we got to get this guy on the show
Yes.
that does
We
those.
need to
'cause
reach
he's-
out.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them. He's got this one too. Hold on, it's oh yeah, this is
I like this
yeah.
one.
Bottom jeans with the fur. Oh, the old club was looking at her. She
I love
hit
it.
the
Louis Armstrong.
Next thing you know.
Does he do any Eminem?
You know, it's funny that you ask. He does do a little bit of Eminem. Here it is mixed in.
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Shoot me so gravity won't give up daddy's ego. Just felt the music, the moment you want you will never let
It's so crazy.
Anyway,
Holy buckets.
so that's what I was doing today.
Yeah,
looking shit up.
that's good.
I looked up one for you too. He does this. You know how you like this song?
No. Shut the fuck up, dude. Why? Why?
I don't know. Why not?
I love that song.
Fucking hate it. God damn it.
That's every artist singing "Hey."
It is.
Not every artist, but it was a lot of them. Anyway, that's all the prep I did for the show. Just that. Oh, did you take those off? Are you back, babe?
I'm back.
Hi. Anybody leave any messages? That'd be sweet.
Nothing new.
I'm gonna guess.
So can I interrupt real
yes,
quick?
please.
Yes,
Nobody ever actually asked me how my day was.
we
Oh,
did.
son of a bitch. We didn't. Not this.
And
time.
we asked him how his week was without us.
Yes, that was.
How
it.
was
That
your
part
day?
was
All
good.
right.
My day?
Nanya, how was
Yeah.
your day?
All I can say is I'm $207 poor. That's it. That's all I got.
I get you. I get it. Yeah,
Fuck
sorry.
off.
I was trying to hit that button.
Well,
That's how his
thank
day
you
went.
for switching it quickly.
Anyway, all right.
She
now
went
what should I
from
do?
dead laugh to fuck off immediately. Watch it back. She goes, ha ha, fuck off.
Well, he just
Yeah.
played the
I
one
know.
song, and then that one,
I
it was like,
didn't.
3/4 of a second.
Here's what we got any written messages we need to pay attention to?
I said
Zanzia left
no.
well, that was you are on one tonight, woman.
you
I'm-
had just asked
Sweetheart,
me. I said
I'm gonna think maybe you need to get back to vacation mode, and maybe you should just act like we're still on vacation. That didn't even sound right.
no,
you could
you
do better.
sound like Hermie.
Yeah, I did. We did some Kermit while we were there too. Zanzia left a couple more, and then we'll hear.
Yeah, we did. No,
Then we're
yeah,
gonna
we
hear Sam do her Wisconsin, Minnesota accent.
No,
show.
we're not.
Here's Zanzia.
Sweet.
Someone's got a chastity belt around your dick, locked off, man, and you gotta pee. Talk about paying ransomware one way or the other. I know, regardless of having to pay the ransomware or having to go to the bathroom, either way, you're pissed off.
I get you again. Since we're here,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Your automatic cock controller, your self chastity belt is contained and eradicated. Only pay the blackmail cost just to get it free. By Menon.
Let me take my pants off.
Oh, yeah,
No.
that one made me laugh.
the by Menon one. Because he
Yes.
ended it with by Menon.
Yes.
All right, hold on.
That's hilarious. Sam said cutting it open and having me use an arc welder would void the warranty. You're pissed off. You're trying to get this off. Someone's trying to blackmail you. They're cutting around your junk, and you're worried about voiding the warranty.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Especially since
They
the
wanted
funny
to
part of
use
it is the technical definition of when someone has to take a crap is a void.
Oh. So anyway,
Well played.
what else we got?
I smelled that comment.
You know-
More of our vacation, maybe?
Well, you know what we do have coming up, which I'm excited about.
What, my love?
Um,
Yes.
we have bowling coming up this upcoming
Saturday.
weekend.
Yeah.
And we have, everybody knows now, but we have two teams now
we do.
because we've added some other people. Rob was called
On
up
it,
and said,
yeah.
"Do you have room on your team?" And actually, we didn't because we're like, we've got too many people.
So
But we're
we
like,
said,
no.
well, fuck it. We're going to do two.
We're gonna do team two. Nunya is gonna join us. You're gonna buy a ball and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And shoes. You should buy shoes as well.
Yeah.
And
That's important.
TJ, your wife, is also
As
going
soon
to
as I
join
get
us.
my $270 paid back, I
Can you just cut that off and buy a new one? They're probably only $150 for
will.
a new
I
one.
can't pull with
Oh,
this motherfucker.
I was like, can you buy a new
Right.
dick?
No, yeah, I guess you're right. No.
That's probably why you don't want to cut it off. You're afraid it's going to
Mm,
remove your junk.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I made myself laugh.
2 in the
Thank
pink,
you.
1 in the stink.
I appreciate that.
That's how I plan on bowling this year.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You're only bowling 2 in the feet.
Mm.
True. I'm gonna go stinkless.
Stinkless.
Oh man.
That's how Dave
Yeah.
rolls.
I got nothing. Sorry about that. Oh, it's Zanzi again. It's really not. That's just where he was. Here's Zanzi one more time.
Those people who do not sing, you're busy playing with your own dinkalink. My dinkalink, my dinkalink. You're busy playing with my dinkalink.
Xanthia, if you do that again, I'm going to play the rest of May's message.
Yeah.
Oh lordy.
Sweetheart, you got another news story? What are you doing? No, you wanted to talk about the rest of vacation. Go ahead. What else we do?
That was your job, is to guide
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vacation
No,
talk.
it was cool. We met our friend Ben
Mhm.
up there, and his Brooke. Well, I don't know how to describe her. His Brooke,
His girlfriend.
his girlfriend Brooke.
Yeah, that's how you
who was
describe it.
Very,
Hold
very
on.
nice. On the way up there, I didn't. We were gonna stay with them, but on the way up there, the resort where I thought I was gonna make an appointment to stay at.
Reservation.
A reservation.
An
That-
appointment to
that's
stay
what they're
at.
called at. Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's exactly what it's called. Thank you. A reservation. And I didn't think we had a reservation. And then they called us while we were in Minnesota, and they're like, "Are you coming?" And we're like, nobody ever got back to us. So we kind of made other plans. But as it ended up, we were like, you know what? Ben's got to work.
Right.
So we do need to have a place to stay while he's at work. I don't want to just hang out at his place, while they're both gone. So we're like, we're going to rent a cabin. So we rented cabin 4 up at Beauty Bay Lodge in Nevis, Minnesota.
What is the significance of this?
Shout out to the Beauty Bay Lodge
Yes,
or the
thank
cabin
you.
4.
Cabin 4.
This is
and
where,
Beauty Bay.
this is
So
where I
tell us.
went. And first off, it's the most amazing place to go.
It is.
It's serene. It's beautiful. It's quiet. The lake is amazing. The cabins are old and rustic, but it's just a gorgeous place to go.
I mean, that was our view all weekend.
Yeah, and the cabins are right on the lake. The lake is like glass sometimes. It's just so relaxing and so fun at the same time. But it's where I've stayed since I was a kid. It's where my dad used to take me. He went up there with his parents, and that's why we went year after year after year to the exact same place. It's also how I know Ben. His parents used to run that lodge. And so when we had the opportunity to stay there again, I'm like, all right, well, which cabin's open? It's cabin 4. That's where my grandparents stayed every time. I remember as a little kid going up to grandma and grandpa's, watching them play. They were playing cards. They were playing solitaire
You said
together,
that, yes.
separately. They would sit, bring a deck of cards. They don't play against you. No, they just each played solitaire and sat and looked out at the lake.
Yeah.
Anyway, and they always had donuts. And
Is that their
had
version of
breakfast.
looking at Google or
Probably.
Facebook?
Yes.
It's probably exactly is.
It's
Like
their
we
version
do
of
now.
playing
It's
on
like-
a smartphone.
Yeah.
It's like when we sit in the garage and we're sitting
Don't
next
talk
to each other,
other.
and we're both playing games on our phones.
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
kind of like
it.
that.
I just thought of that.
Son of a bitch.
You guys are good at that, by the way.
What?
Just thinking of shit or just playing on our
you two
phones.
can sit in a quiet area for 2 hours.
We just like being
And
next to
keep-
each other.
Minimal words,
Yeah,
but as long as you're hanging out together, you're fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, beautiful place.
I'm
to be.
running through pictures
and,
of
and a
of
shout out
Beauty
to Beauty Bay Lodge. If you guys are in the States and you want a great vacation spot to go, that is the place. You can look them up. And regardless of what I Am Dave's brother says, apparently the website works. So yeah, it was a great time. Also, I mentioned R2D2.
Mhm.
R2D2
Let me go
went
back.
with us this year, and we took pictures of him everywhere. Here's why. Years and years ago, I took that up to Minnesota with my dad, and my dad stole it from me. And he goes, no, that's mine. I'm like, dude, it's not. And so he stole it from me when we got up there, and he put it in his truck. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work. And so I stole it back. And then we took pictures all over the lodge with R2D2. He then, after we got back, stole it from me again. Hey, Mary Jo. He stole it from me again, and he kept it up until after this past year. He passed away. Well,
That's when you finally got it.
I got it back. Thanks, Dad. That's not the way I wanted to get it back. Could have just given it back years ago. But so I thought it would be a pretty good, I don't know, tribute to Dad, I guess.
Absolutely.
To take R2 up and take pictures all the places I took pictures before, and then some new places, and it was fun. Actually, the whole trip kind of reminded me of him, and my grandparents, and so that's
I gotta say,
that's
think
one of the reasons that this particular trip was important.
I think at one point I looked at you and as you're taking pictures of R2 and I was like, I love you. And you're like, why?
What's going on now?
Sorry, I might be a little teary, but I knew it meant so much to you to take him up there and pay tribute to your father and just kind of deal with the loss in your own way.
Yeah.
And I know that, oh gosh, darn
That's
it.
also the
This is why
reason
we
I
wanted to do this
stay
trip.
there too.
I know this is why we did this trip. And even if, I mean, we stayed in your grandparents' cabin on purpose. We did things that you did as a child with your dad. Sorry. And I can tell it meant so much to you. And I'm glad we did it.
I'm
Sorry.
not trying to make you cry.
It's okay. I've been holding him back the whole time.
Until now?
This is the first time I've verbalized to you. You know, I looked at you and I was like, I love
Right.
you. This is the first time I've verbalized to you, like, I understand why we're doing this and I know it's important to you.
It was.
So sorry,
It
I
was.
didn't
No,
verbalize
no,
it
it's good.
before.
No,
But
and you knew that I didn't have to explain it. But also, one of the things you mentioned last week, babe, was everybody needs to reset. The
Yes.
reason vacations are important. You did a news story on it, and because it's important to reset. Honestly, I needed that trip with you.
that's true.
I
as
needed
well.
just the
Yes.
two of us
Yeah.
to just go and be goofy again. Donnie left a thing that said "Echo Hi Hi." It reminded me of the street that we went by, Minnehaha. We went by a street. It was Minnehaha Boulevard, and I said, that's not funny."
I was like,
And then I go, "Okay, it's a little funny because it's a Minnehaha." Get it, Nanya? And she did that. She snorted laugh. And then she kept laughing again. You're doing it again? This is like the fifth time you've heard this
because
story.
it's funny every fucking
Because
time.
you were there.
Because I remember laughing
Really,
the first
it's
time.
dad jokes all day.
He
That's all it is.
threw me off. And he's like, it's not a maxi haha, it's a mini haha.
Calm down. Well, I was kind of hoping that May or Betty would leave us another message, just being like, "Oh, all right."
You
cool."
might have made her mad. Also,
I didn't do anything.
MJ said, I think R2 had a great
Archer
trip.
did have a great trip.
And then she said, but she's so cute crying. Thank you.
She's cute all the time.
Oh, goodness. Sorry.
beautiful.
The tears flow sometimes.
It's all right.
I have more
Uh,
pictures.
Well, that's
What are we
right. We
talking
don't
about?
want to bore everybody with our pictures.
Well,
We
as you
can-
speak, I just flip through them and we just go through it. I have to say, one of the it was fun, but it was different. We went to. Oh, I'm kind of skipping ahead, but we initially took our microphones and our speakers,
did.
and we sang at Ben and Brooke's place in literally their yard. And
if
it
you've ever
was-
been to our house, you know how we'll do karaoke here sometimes. We'll
Yes.
bring out the microphones, we'll bring out the whatever. We'll turn it up and watch a video or whatever, and we'll just sing in the house.
right.
We did it outside there because they have
and
that much land.
what a great area. It was a beautiful night, as you can see here on the picture.
There's no filter.
There is no filter here.
That's the moon and their garage light.
Yes. I mean, look at this. I mean, it's so. Oh, that's my little chipmunk.
Yeah.
He visited every day at the cabin, but the view of the sky, especially of their place. Let me back up here. Look at this. I mean, how great was that? So we got to sing outdoors with a beautiful backdrop at their place. So the next night, though, we decided to go to a place called Ollie's Bar.
Yep.
So we
Up
walk
in
in.
Walker.
This is me and Dave there.
Up there in Walker. Up there in Walker Town.
They acted like it was like real close. It was probably 25 minutes away.
Whatever, it was a good time.
It was a
It's
good
just
time
right
though.
down the road.
It was down,
Yeah,
right down
Just
the road
right
piece.
down the road.
It was down the road a piece.
I get there on my boat faster.
This is all of us. We had such
You
a great
could.
time. I didn't put any other pictures. I should have put the.
No, you're fine.
Anna-
But tell about the bar because you enjoyed the bar a bunch because it was what?
So this bar was different. it was actually a whole ass restaurant. And it even had a salad bar that you got your shit, you know. And they keep any karaoke place I've ever been to has the lights dim. You got the rock star experience. You might have a spotlight on you if maybe, but you know, you can't really see the audience all that well. We get in there, and this is a family place.
No, this is like singing during somebody's dinner.
Yes. No, nobody was
singing at Sizzler.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was.
That was very similar.
So we get there, and I put in a song, Not Ready to Make Nice, and I'm like, all right, it feels like this will be received pretty well at this place. But what I didn't realize is that I'd get so nervous, and I don't hardly get nervous anymore when I sing. But because all the lights are on, there's little kids there. I'm like, oh shoot, this is different. We ended up having a really good time.
I loved it. I went to every table and sang
We
a song
met
that
people.
everybody could sing. And
We sang Shallow. We did a lot of things.
Of course you did.
There was a
They
kid.
loved the Married Couple
They
podcast. And we
did.
told them that's who we were too. I
Oh,
told
no,
them that over the
we
microphone
or
multiple
you?
times. Yes. Okay. Me. Hopefully somebody's listening. If anybody's listening from up there in Walker, Minnesota, the bar was
also,
amazing.
Bob and Ann, if you are listening, or I will reach out to you and I want you on what's your secret?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Bob and Ann.
hold
Bob
on.
and Ann's on
They were-
Monday.
They were amazing.
I know.
They
They're
are.
amazing.
And actually,
And-
we're either going to do a show called What's Your Secret,
That's
or
what
we'll
I'm
make it
saying.
a segment here.
Yes.
Because
So-
they've been married 74 years.
They were
How long?
cute as could be.
No, they've been together a year and a half.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, they're
But they were both
70
74 when they met each other.
Correct.
No, she's 83. So
All right. So
I'll get my
80,
facts.
I
something
don't
like
mean
that.
to dox you, Ann, but you told me. So Alex said, Chloe and I say hi. Hey guys.
Hi.
So no, we go up there and we're singing. There's these little bitties that sing, and they kill it. There was one little girl that I was like, dude, as she was leaving, because they made her leave because it was too late. But there was also a family where there's a kid, probably Alex's age, maybe a little older. He was old enough to drink. He was like at least 21.
Okay.
And his mom and dad and his sister, which we found out later, sitting at a table. It's the first time his parents had seen him sing, and he killed it.
Okay, he did.
He
yeah.
killed it.
What do you sing?
I don't even fucking remember.
I don't remember either,
It
but
doesn't matter.
It was,
but he was
a
really
country song,
and
so
he
that's
was
why
really
I don't know.
good at it.
But he jammed
He
at
hit
it. Whatever
every
it was.
note. Then his sister comes up and
was good
she
too.
kills it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was really cool to see their parents. I've seen this with my parents when they've watched me sing or whatever, but you could see the pride in them. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god,
Oh, yeah.
this is so great." And then we met, Bob and Ann, and they were the cutest as could be.
And you cried that night too.
I sure did, because Bob
Just 'cause
sang
they
a
were so-
song. He sang a song to
And she
Ann,
looked at him so
and
lovingly.
she came up and danced
Well-
with him, and I have the picture, but I didn't put it in here because
No.
we haven't had. I didn't get their permission
Sure,
to do
sure,
that.
sure, of course.
But it
And
was so stinking sweet, and you
within a
could tell
couple
they
weeks-
loved each other so much.
Within a couple weeks, let's get them on the show. And
I'm
let's
going.
show everybody how cute they are.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
It was that part of it for me, listening to them talk about how they had been married and their spouses
Mm-hmm.
had passed, but then they found love after that was just, I don't know. It reminded me of how, not of how David, kind of
Maybe someday, honey.
no, how we met. Jesus Christ, we're on our third fucking married.
Oh,
Fuck.
that.
But
I thought you mean, when I'm dead now, or,
I'm
years
not
from
gonna
now.
find anybody else
Nah,
after
you
you.
might find a Bob.
No, I don't need a Bob. I need a Dave.
Maybe a Neil.
No, fuck off.
Exactly.
You don't want a Neil or a Bob?
No, I see what you did there. Yeah. All right. I thought you meant the other song.
But
I'm
it
not
was
gonna
really
do that.
sweet.
Okay.
And they were amazing.
It was.
And I just thought it was amazing.
They were
That's
great.
all.
Shout out to Bob and Ann.
Yes, if
And
you're
shout out to Ben and Brooke.
yes.
And,
And honestly,
shout out to
Ben and Brooke, the way they look at each other is
very
amazing.
similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am so happy that we got to hang out
Fuck
with
you
them.
too. Both of you guys do
What?
the same thing all day long. I realize you're saying shout out to everybody who looks at each other cute, but you guys fucking don't stop 24 hours a day. So fuck off. You guys do this all day long. You're perfect for each other. Fuck off.
Yes,
We get it.
We know.
We get it. Stop rubbing
We
it
know.
in. Stop
Shout,
rubbing it in.
and shout out to Tim and Jen at Beauty Bay Lodge. Seriously, you guys,
Yeah.
look that up if they got an
Oh
opening
man,
anytime.
Jen
It's a great
has the
place to
most
be.
amazing art, and I don't know.
Oh, all right. Are we good?
We have a written comment. It's wonderful to see an emotional and passionate conversation about morality. I bet
No, it's
Pa was a
mortality.
swell Jen, and both have my appreciation. So, there we are. There.
You have another news story, is what you were going to say.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did.
you find that news story.
Hold
I'm going
on.
to go ahead.
I only did the one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far.
This
So
is just
let's
kind of
tell another one.
a quick thing.
Okay.
Over the weekend, 3 people at Minnesota's Breezy Point are dead. The police investigate the deaths. The reason I pulled this one is it's at Pelican Lake, which we drove through.
We did.
Yes.
And so over this past weekend?
Yeah, 3 are dead. There's an active investigation. They have no idea what happened. I have no further information, but they think it's very odd. But we literally drove through
Hold
there.
on,
That's
but they don't say how they died or what. Nothing. They just point out
what it
that
says,
people are dead where we went. We
okay,
did
let
not
me
do
try
it,
to
you
read through
guys.
this
We
better.
didn't do it at all. I promise. It could have been
Police
this guy.
Baby shark.
In Lake Pelican.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So the police were called to a residence. No further information was released. They say that it was at a timeshare resort about a mile from their property. Blah blah blah. They say about hold on. There's a lot of people that go to Pelican Bay. So Pelican Lake. Pelican Lake
Okay.
has been there for like 90 years. So
All right.
I don't know.
So they might have just died of old age.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Could
But
be.
3 of them.
But
all
I
at the
have
same
other
time.
news stories that are better than
Okay,
that. I just
well, we
wanted
can
to
get to
mention
that.
that because we were there.
How's everybody else doing? We got a few
Do we
more
have
minutes
any?
here. That we're on. Do we have any what? No.
No?
Everybody.
Did you make May mad?
I didn't make May mad at all. I'm not the one that did that. We're letting them deal with that. I told them to deal with that in the background.
Okay.
I did
Well,
that. But
as
I think
we're on
I think
here-
it's actually fine because I explained it.
As
Yeah, it
we're
was
on
great.
here, people who are still listening,
Yes.
Red Rose and I have the Roses Are Red podcast on Friday night. So please come join us. I'm not sure what we're talking about this week, but I'm sure she'll let me know.
And
it's
you're
going to be amazing.
You're gonna drink alcohol, so that's fun.
Hmm
All right. And
I'll measure it out like I did today.
and don't forget to join NFL HQ with me and AC. I'm hoping that our next or that our first live episode might be this Tuesday. We will have at least every other week, or I'll figure it out with him. But we will have live episodes during the season, so those will be Tuesday evenings. And so Tuesday, NFL HQ. Wednesday, how was your day? And
Fridays, every other.
Right. And I think that might be what NFL HQ is also.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out because we're spreading ourselves pretty thin here, babe.
We are.
All right. One more news
Um,
story that we can get out pretty quick.
Okay, yeah, let's do
Yeah,
that.
hit it.
So, a Centerville man, and this is in Centerville, Indiana,
Okay.
wanted to spread some love by waving at cars while fully nude.
I've often thought of becoming a. Never mind. Go on.
So what had happened was, court documents reveal that a Centerville man told the police he had a spiritual awakening and decided to spread some love by standing in his doorway and waving at people as they drove by on US 40.
Huh.
The only problem was that he was completely naked. This dude's 42 years old.
Oh.
And he was arrested on Saturday. And he was charged with possession of methamphetamine. Go figure. That's a level 6 felony, by the way, and indecent exposure.
Okay. The level 6 is the methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
All
pretty
right.
fucking hard shit.
Yeah.
So according to the documents, they were called out to the apartments located at by US 40, and it was across from a Centerville bottle shop, which I could only assume was a liquor store. A bottle shop would be a liquor store.
I would assume so.
The apartments have an appearance of an old motel, and the windows and doors facing the highway are facing the highway and are visible to the passersby.
Sweet.
So what had happened was he had this spiritual awakening. He thought, I'm gonna just go wave. When the cops came, he said, I'd put some clothes on if you asked me to, and they're like, you should fucking go do that. We don't need to see your wang in your hand. So he kept
He's standing there waving at the passersby.
Yeah.
in his
probably Jesus
completely naked.
So after putting on a pair of shorts, the officers began to ask him about his state of nudity.
He goes, well, I didn't have $237.
Well, he pointed
270.
Whatever.
He reportedly pointed behind the officer and said, Jeep. And then he told the police that he said this at every Jeep that passed by. The officer noted no Jeep passed by. So this dude had been up for a few days and was seeing shadow Jeeps. I think some of us have been there.
Padiddle. I've been there.
Court documents revealed that officers informed him that the department had received several. That was really hard for me to say.
It was.
A lot of reports of him standing in his doorway and masturbating. When asked if these accusations were true, police said Barker admitted, yeah, they are.
He wasn't actually masturbating. He was just trying to get his helicopter
He was
started.
spreading the love.
He was just trying to get his
He was
helicopter
spreading
started.
the love. When they asked
He's
why
got a
he
really
do
old
such-
helicopter. You gotta
hold on.
the old crank type.
When they asked him why he do such a thing, he replied, "I thought this was acceptable behavior." The officers reported believing that Barker was on some sort of narcotic. Geez, Louise, words are hard tonight.
They are.
And asked the man if he had a drug problem. He allegedly admitted to using meth, but claimed that he had stopped because he took some unnamed pill prescription.
Yeah.
But later on, they found meth in his wallet.
Oh, well, that's fine.
While
And in his
handcuffed-
system,
and-
and on the driveway, and
So no meth in his wallet. So let me go. While handcuffed, the police
I found it on his propeller.
go on, sweetheart.
I hate you both.
While handcuffed,
While handcuffed, he told the police that he had a spiritual awakening and he wanted to spread his love to the people who drove by.
I hope they put the handcuffs behind him.
by waving to him. He also told police he had no problems with anyone because he has stood in the trenches for them, according to documents.
Aw.
The apartment landlord told police that he had recently filed to evict the guy due to neighbors complaining about the man exposing himself. A witness also recounted walking past the apartment, spotting him masturbating in the nude in front of the door being wide open. So don't do drugs, kids. Don't do
And-
drugs. And don't spread the love.
One more time. 5 minutes.
For the record, Dave,
That's why I wanted to
if
do
you
this
handcuff
story.
your hands behind your back,
yeah.
the helicopter still works.
But if they're in front of you, you can really spread the love.
You could spread
Yes. Yeah,
the
yeah,
love.
yeah. The helicopter is
Ah,
going
you
to take a little
can.
time to get warmed up.
Son of
That's why I said
a bitch.
he probably had a little older helicopter. Took some
He
warming
was
up.
42 years old.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Like I said,
Or
Older.
if he was 17, he'd be doing the helicopter
He'd be like-
every 14 minutes.
It'd be a sprinkler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
5 minutes.
He's 42.
I got nothing, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a bunch more news stories, but we don't need to do
Yeah.
them. I'm good.
We're going to save some of
We're
those for
going to
next
call
week.
tonight.
Are we going to
I-
send everybody on that one?
I think we
That
might
was a
have
good-
to.
That was a good one. Unless
might
anybody
have to.
has any comments, but I think
All
we're
right.
a little low tonight. We got about
Here's-
5 people listening, which is great.
That's
Thank you
right.
for listening.
No, I appreciate everybody that comes in, and I also appreciate that people have lives and that we don't have to be a part of every single day. So,
Oh, my boss
mortality.
just popped
Oh,
in. Hey guys,
you
looking
popped-
good.
Okay, you popped in at the right time.
That was a heck of a story.
I hope you heard that news story.
How you doing?
Well, I do
If
have
you
a one-on-one in
didn't-
the morning,
So
so
you'll
why
find
don't we
out.
talk about it?
All right. So if you didn't, you want to replay, you can even skip to the end news story. That's fine. What fun. Nunya,
What fun.
you've got some exciting news coming up within a week or so. You guys
Yeah.
gonna have your own place.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
right.
I thought you were talking my helicopter was getting fixed.
And
No,
It's in the
no.
repair
that's
shop right
also
now.
exciting.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Well,
matter.
it is getting fixed just in time for
air
your new
conditioner.
place.
Yes.
So that you can, stand inside and just make sure the door's shut when you do the helicopter.
But I just set up 3 cameras in there, so it's
You
gonna get super awkward super quick.
Well,
I'll tell you how
it's-
that goes. I'll
You
tell
only
how it
get to
goes.
see the
Yeah,
cameras.
it's
You and
not
your
like-
wife get to see the cameras.
not
I
like-
think it's not awkward.
It's not like we have access to those cameras.
No.
So,
No.
yeah. So you guys could.
No, it couldn't
Yeah, I'm
be.
not even gonna say that.
Yeah, it couldn't be any more awkward than the cameras you already have.
Which
No,
we
those
did
are
not turn on
here.
this weekend.
We didn't. We're waiting for you
Yeah.
guys to leave so we can turn them on. And
Damn
never
right.
mind. I'm totally joking. Your boss was here.
Thanks.
Hey guys.
How was your day?
Here's how it is. It is time to get
Jeez
out.
Louise,
I
that
miss
about
you.
hit me,
I
man.
didn't hit you, babe.
I know.
I love you so much, sweetheart.
I love you too, my
All you
love.
fuckers that are in here too. You guys are all right too.
Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Nunya, last words? Not final, but you know what I mean. For the
How
show.
you doing?
Sassy, we'll see you in a couple weeks,
Yes.
and I love you so much.
You guys have a great time. Be love to each other. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay
Stay here.
here.